Yo, yo.
Yo, check how you rocking though. You see, you rocking. You happy?
Here we go. Here
Oh
we go.
man, y'all, what's up?
Let-
What's cracking?
It's been a minute, y'all, but
Yeah,
I'm
man.
happy to be here. I see Jinx is smiling from ear to ear, as they would say. Root got his hat to the collar on, fly tonight. What's good? Welcome to Root Access Live, everybody. We're giving y'all a minute to get up in here, but we're gonna introduce ourselves anyway. We are your host. I'm your girl Coco, none other. I got my brothers with me. I got Mr. Root and Jinx with me. We appreciate y'all pulling up on us tonight. We lit, y'all. We got hot topics on on Chill. We got your boy Kanye West in the Billboard's winter seat, the interview with Gayle King and Kenneth Walker. And of course, well, y'all see it. Obviously, we ain't going to let them Lakers slide by without congratulating them. And guess what, y'all? We got a guest for y'all tonight. Super dope artist, singer, and songwriter, stellar nominated. Our brother, Mr. Zak Williams, y'all. Yep. So let's go ahead and we're gonna start hitting that share button since y'all up in here. Start hitting that share button. Please like
Nothing different from Jinx.
he just
Holy.
away, right? But y'all hit that share button, like and subscribe to all our platforms at Root Access Live. And again, hit the share button. I'm gonna keep saying that. You never know what you're gonna get on this chat, and we want all your friends to be here to witness it. We want all our friends to be here to witness it. But with all that being said, Jinx, you ready? Root, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh God.
Oh God. All right.
I guess we got to do your favorite segment tonight. If we don't do this, y'all gonna kill me. So what's on y'all feet tonight?
Yes.
Well, what's on
Did
my
you
feet?
see him? Did you see him?
I don't even want to. What's on my feet is I'm paying homage to LeBron James tonight.
Okay.
I'm paying homage to LeBron James because I have on his favorite players' sneakers.
Okay.
So I got the J's on in honor of LeBron James's mentor.
Absolutely.
See how nice I am?
Talk about it.
This is his mentor, the GOAT.
That petty clap.
So
Whatever.
that's paying homage to LeBron James by paying homage to the GOAT, who was his favorite player.
I understand.
So
I'm feeling those.
and
I'm definitely feeling those.
yeah,
What
his
are
last name is James, so of course he's great. James, he's great. Okay.
I'm definitely feeling those though. I tell you, I don't have a pair of that style because I think they're a little flat on my feet, little low. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely feeling that pair right there. Oh boy. Jinx, go ahead, yo. Go ahead, yo. Go ahead, yo. Go ahead, yo. Go ahead.
It's only right, man. It's
Did
only
you
right.
expect anything less? Did you? Did you? Did you? I didn't think y'all did.
Of course I did. I did
I
not.
really wanted to do this because I too, Root, wanted to pay homage and respect to somebody. And at this point, I figured that I would do my part, because isn't that what we're supposed to do? Aren't we all supposed to do our part? I figured I would do my part.
Go
ahead, man. Let's not
honoring the not only LeBron James, but the Los Angeles Lakers. I thought I would do my part in honoring them and giving them the respect that they deserve.
I agree.
Because not only did, we're not even talking about LeBron right now. We're talking about the storied franchise, the Los Angeles Lakers, who
17 rings
on their 17th NBA title, which
gotta give it up for
the
that.
same conversation, not as Michael Jordan's Bulls, but as the Celtics. I just thought I would
absolutely
throw that out there.
It's a dynasty.
The Bulls haven't done anything close to 17 championships. So
okay, let's get back to the
but I just have on LeBron's tonight. And I felt that it was in order to just honor this man tonight.
All right, well, hold on. I'm gonna let y'all rock in a minute, but let's get this segment over with, bro. I know you're excited. When we came on the screen, I was like, oh,
this guy
is my whistle or something.
The joy in my heart tonight, guys.
Congratulations. But while we're on What's on Your Feet, I just want to say, so I do have on a Just God shirt. It is purple. So I decided to go with the Air 270 Reacts with the
there we go.
Bubble
on. Those are dope. I love those.
Thank you, Kimberly.
My favorite color. So yeah, I am on Air 270s tonight. But like I said, I didn't want to let this. What's Ming?
Ming, my little sister Mijane. This is her clothing line. Pastor Manny Clay's daughter, Jinx.
Okay.
This is her clothing line. So I'm representing Ming tonight. Dope. So get it in. Dope. Support Black businesses.
Absolutely.
Like Just God.
Absolutely. Oh, and shout out to God is Dope, the website. If you go on right now, they're offering free.
Oh, it was.
So I know y'all probably.
Oh, it was.
That's right, baby. Get them.
I'm not doing this with y'all tonight.
Oh, it was.
Like I said, we ain't gonna let it slide by. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers on their win.
Congrats.
Good season. Now I'm gonna just turn my microphone off right now because I can't. Like I don't even.
We done. We congratulate them. We're not giving them nothing else.
You sure?
Let's see what they do next year.
All right. Well, guess what? We're gonna move on. I'm so happy. We ain't gonna be smiling.
The conversation may stop, but the brand does not.
Everyone says he's in the conversation. He might not be the GOAT to some, but he's in the conversation. Absolutely.
Oh, he's number two. Of course, he's in the conversation.
Absolutely, Mr. Parker McCord. We are not disagreeing, but we got to get on Jinx. He's the baby of the bunch, and he just, knows that. There's
a basketball legend. There's a basketball legend, and we don't have to spend any time on this because I know we got a lot to talk about. This is God's own truth. There's a basketball legend who said that one of the things that differentiates LeBron from Jordan is we've seen another Jordan, but we'll never see another LeBron.
Who have we seen as another Jordan?
Who was another Jordan?
Black Mamba. Are you kidding me? Come on. Black Mamba is Jordan 2.0. We all know that. Come on now. We can look at Black Mama's signature moves. The the hesitation, 2 dribbles to the right, pull up. That's Jordan. That's Black Mamba.
Coco put herself on mute.
Yeah. The top of the key, pull back, step back, push off that Kobe had. That's Jordan. The tongue out of the mouth.
He's not another Jordan though.
What's Jordan?
That's reaching. But I digress.
Now you would say that, but I could pull receipts from our conversation, but I won't. because I love you tonight.
I'm back off mute. I'm back off.
Please.
I'm back off mute. Y'all want another 30 seconds to get on this, or y'all want to move on?
No, we're done.
I'm about to wipe the smiles off y'all face with this next one anyway, because we want to go to this Gayle King interview with Kenneth Walker. And if you don't know who Kenneth Walker is, shame on you and get from under that rock. Now, Gayle King and Kenneth Walker had an interview, and he is the boyfriend of Breonna Taylor. And then he speaks out with Gayle King against the settlement. Again, a settlement was made, but justice has not been served. So he's going to speak out. And as we discuss in great detail, I believe Jinx has a video interview in queue, correct? Speaking out. So you all know about the Breonna Taylor case. Keep her name alive. Say her name. All that good stuff. So Jinx, you go ahead and cue that video up because we're going to see some real footage here. And, this is an ongoing situation. The case is going to continue. It's not been closed just yet, even though they did get the settlement. We're still going on about this because something else has to be done. So,
for Kenneth Walker, Breonna Taylor was more than a hashtag, more than a symbol.
More than a girlfriend, too. I think that's what I want the world to know the most. That's my best friend. The most important person, pretty much, to me on the earth. And they took her.
The night of March 12th, Walker says, started out as a regular date night.
We went out to eat, went back in the house, playing, watching a movie.
He describes Taylor falling asleep before the two of them were startled by a loud bang at her front door. Walker told investigators they began yelling to see who it was.
Nobody was responding. When we were saying who was, I'm 1,000,000% sure that nobody identified themselves.
In the interview, Walker describes grabbing his gun, a Glock 43, which he legally owns, and the two of them stepping into the hallway. That's when Walker says Taylor's front door flew open, and he fired one shot.
I don't think I ever heard so many gunshots, all at the same time. I pulled her down to the ground. But, she was just scared, so she just didn't get down when all the gunfire stopped. She was, bleeding and stuff, and I was holding her. Then that's when I called my mom.
It's just one of those calls as a mom that we hope we never get.
Felicia Walker says she told her son to call 911 and then went to Taylor's apartment on Springfield Drive. Her interaction with one of the LMPD investigators was captured on audio.
I called back again, and when he finally picked up, I heard somebody screaming in the back, "Put it down, put it down." And it sounded like a police officer. Right. And he was like, "I'm talking to my mama. Mama, I'm scared. Mama, I'm scared."
Walker called 911 and told the dispatcher his girlfriend had been shot. He says at that point, he still didn't know it was police who had busted down the door. He walks out of the apartment and is met with officers yelling and pointing guns at him.
"Walk straight back, girl. Send this dog on you. Walk back to my boy. Walk back, girl. Send this dog."
Walker is placed in handcuffs, put in a police cruiser, and taken to LMPD's Public Integrity Unit. He says he was surprised when officers took the handcuffs off, but was even more surprised to hear he was being accused of shooting a police officer.
But I was more concerned about, is he okay? And is Breonna okay? At this point, I still didn't even know if she was alive or not.
Walker says he found out Taylor was dead the next day when he saw it on the news as he sat in a jail cell.
And it said one, female dead. I confirmed it. I didn't know for sure what condition, she was in when I left. So I didn't know what they did. As these body cam videos are still coming out, I see they did nothing.
Walker says he's now seeing a therapist to help cope with the loss of the woman he one day planned to marry and start a family with.
It's like March 13th every day, pretty much. I never got to say bye. So that makes a big deal. It makes a big difference.
Walker was charged with attempted murder of a police officer. Those charges were later dismissed, but were done so without prejudice, which means he could still face criminal prosecution. Denny Camper, WLKY News.
Yeah. So there's a few things that stuck out to me, and I watched the interview in its entirety. If you guys get a chance, go back and watch it because it's so telling. And you know how you watch certain interviews and people kind of stumble over their words and they don't quite have all their thoughts together. Guys, this gentleman was very clear and concise with the night of March 13th. Like very, very clear. what stuck out to me even just now when he said he was 1,000,000% sure
Right.
that they didn't make themselves known. All right. He said 1,000,000% sure.
Sure.
One thing he said to Gayle King as well was after this was all done, and one of the officers took him to the side, you know, and was just like, "Hey, man, like, I think this was one big misunderstanding." Like he told them, because they knew they messed up. They knew they messed up, but the rest of those guys didn't want to fess up, but they knew they messed up. The worst thing about this to me was, and we all have access to it, and I think we've already seen it on TMZ, was the whole video. When they finally went in the house, they're still looking for stuff because now they know they messed up. So now they're like, let us find something that we can justify this, right? They didn't check on her. It took them 4 minutes and 36 seconds to even address her. Hey, ma'am, can you hear us? Can you hear us? She's done. She's done. But it took you over 4 minutes to even address her because you're looking for stuff.
Right.
So they know they messed up. This story is, every time I hear it, it brings tears to my eyes. Daniel Cameron is the worst. He's the worst. And justice has to be served with this, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
And like Millie Wu said, you know, his story has been consistent. And even like you're saying, you know, things that stuck out to you. How about the part where he said he worried about if the officer was okay?
Thank you.
Breonna Taylor.
Come
and
on.
he mentioned that first.
Yes.
So, you know, I knew that he was compassionate, but he was not in the wrong. He had his own gun. It was registered. I'm really trying to see how they go back on this case and charge him with attempted murder on the officer.
Another thing he told her, guys, I'm sorry to be talking so much, but he said, I don't even know if my gun even hit the officer. He said, they told me that I shot him, but I don't know that to be true. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that we don't know for sure or for certain, because these guys are so out of order. They could have shot each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just going in like, you know, Wild Wild West style, in somebody's door, and you're in the wrong, man. Y'all messed up. And this is what makes me so mad with this type of stuff, because it's almost like it's justified because of the law, because of the way the law is set up. And, you know, you hear Cameron, they keep talking about the law. But what about if you made a mistake? Like, what's the penalty for making a huge mistake like that? Like, just take the L. Y'all messed up and y'all have nothing.
This is a huge mistake. Go ahead, Jinx.
It's unfortunate that we're still talking about this. It's unfortunate that this
totally agree.
One of the things that I want to point out is the fact that he wasn't putting on for a camera.
Right.
He wasn't super emotional. He was very composed. And Root, to your point, he knew exactly what message he wanted to convey.
Correct.
There was no gray area with this young man. And when he says, when he says that he's 1,000,000% sure,
1,000,000% sure
that nobody identified themselves as police, because if they would have, the door would have been opened with no problem.
Yep.
Why is nobody talking about that?
Why is nobody talking about that?
No one's talking about the fact that if they would have just identified themselves, the door would have been open. Why? Because he said that Breonna and myself had no reason not to open the door.
No reason.
Why was a battering ram used? It was used because you did not identify yourself. And nobody in their right mind is going to open their front door for someone they don't know. They didn't order
their
pizza.
Licensed.
They didn't order sandwiches. They didn't order no food. It ain't no ring that I'm expecting. It's not a knock that I'm expecting. And I salute him, because I'll be honest with you. If you come into my house and you don't have the right to be there, the same thing that happened to them is going to happen to you if you come in my house, because I got what it takes.
Right.
So the reality is, He was acting within his right. And
right.
now this is one of the greatest cover-ups. And watch this, and I'm going to completely digress, Coco. This is one of the greatest cover-ups, but they're not doing a great job covering it up.
Not at all.
Talk about
Not
it.
at all.
But I just want to just go back to this. I can't remember. I don't know the actual term for the doorbuster. But on
the no-knock warrant.
No,
you're talking about the battering ram.
The battering ram. Right. Okay. I watch TV a lot. Now, I've seen on several occasions before they use that.
Thank you, Tanya.
They have banged on doors and identified themselves. So I don't know where
the police open up.
Exactly. Okay. So, I mean, like you said, it's unfortunate that we're still talking about this story, and we're probably going to continue to talk about it as the story unfolds and as this case takes place. So just, stay tuned and tune in. If you want to tune out, then sorry.
But I am, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Go ahead.
I am very glad that Gail interviewed him, because what it did is it humanized him, because he's been a footnote, and that's national. That's millions of people watching, because people just hear he's a footnote. He's the person that shot the cop. You know what I'm saying? And it's so much surrounding that. So this really, really humanized him. And I'm hoping that somebody saw this and kind of changed their view of this case. So that's it.
Well, and some not so particularly cool news, rapper and actor Ice Cube has apparently been working with the Trump's re-election campaign people.
Has he really?
Yeah, on issues pertaining to the Black community. This unlikely partnership was first made known to the public, I think yesterday, and it was tweeted by one of his administrators. Actually, it was the senior advisor to the Trump administration who tweeted it. But they're trying to develop I don't know if you want to call it a stimulus package, but it's called the Platinum Plan. Are you all familiar with that?
Yeah, it's almost like reparations for
exactly.
for Black people, if you will.
Jinx. I didn't want to really call it a stimulus plan, but that is called the Platinum Plan. But it includes the Trump administration, and they're trying to.
I disagree.
I'm sorry.
No, he's talking to Tanya.
Yeah, I disagree with what Tanya said, and here's what we don't know. See, a lot of times we do this, and it just is what it is. And this is the only thing I don't want to do. I don't want to jump to conclusions without all the facts, because here's what we know. We know that Ice Cube came out after all of this, and he vehemently denied an endorsement. It was not an endorsement. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. A meeting with you does not mean that I endorse you. A meeting with you does not mean that I agree with you. A meeting can be for multiple different reasons. I don't endorse several things, but I'll meet to make sure that I have a clear understanding of what you stand for. And if I can get something out of you, I'll do it. It doesn't mean that I endorse you. It doesn't mean that I'm in cohesion with you or cahoots with you. It doesn't mean that at all. It just simply means that if Black America is going to get what we are after, which is respect, reparations has been something that we've been talking about before, for the last 5-6 months, and strong. It has to come from the government. It has to come from Trump. It has to come from his administration. If Donald Trump respects Ice Cube enough to sit down and talk with him, and will go on record to agree to do something, that's actually working in our favor. I could see if Ice was up there talking about, vote Donald Trump. I agree with his standards. I agree with what he's doing. If he was doing that, cool. Whatever you want to do, we live in cancel culture. If you want to cancel him and you want to rip him, I got it. But I just don't want to do that when, first of all, none of us were in that meeting. Secondly, out of that meeting came the possibility of the Black community getting something great out of it. I just want to see before we cancel. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Now, while I agree with you that a meeting had to be had or should have been had, mind you, we're what, 20 something days away from the election?
About 25.
Right. So are you my thing is this, why couldn't you wait to see who wins the election? How do you know that, like, how do you know that Trump can
That's where I am with it.
within the
That's where I am with it.
Like, what can he really get that done within 23 days? I think he should have waited. I'm not mad at the conversation. I'm not mad at the meeting. I'm not mad at the topic.
I can agree with that.
Nothing else. But
Timing.
Days
I can agree with that.
The election, I'm not.
I'm with you, Coco. Timing is everything.
Exactly.
Absolutely agree.
I don't blame Ice Cube for the meeting, because again, we have to hold these politicians accountable, right? Like, I think we should have held even Biden accountable a little more. Like, what are you gonna do for us? Like, we need to press these people, even once they get in. Like, we have to do it, but timing is everything. Someone said in the comments, Patrice said, like, when John Gray and all of them met with him, Steve Harvey, it was about the timing. Although Steve Harvey did it once he got in office. I don't know why people were trying to drag him so much.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
It really didn't make sense, because he was really trying to press him. Because again, it's just like, okay, let's see what he's gonna do, right? And I'll be the fall guy, and I'll put myself out there. But the timing right now, with the election being so close, Ice Cube, you have a voice, you have a following. People may think it's an endorsement. Well, but you got to be very.
The only thing I'll say to that, Root, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, is that he's now on record as of today trashing that whole theory. I did not endorse him. Yeah. So even though he has a following, he has now come out to his following to let them know that it wasn't an endorsement. Now,
but here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen now, though, Jenks, because now it's null and void, because we know this man is a narcissist. So when he sees Ice Cube backpedaling, then all that conversation you had with him anyway is going down the drain, because now he's going to see that you're really not for him. This other tweet from 2016 is coming where he said he would never vote for an MFer like Trump.
Right.
All of this has come back. It's going to come back to haunt him, and you ain't going to get the $500 million anyway. So
I agree. I honestly, I'm going to completely digress, because one of the things that I did not think about was the point that Coco, you brought up, was the timing. Because there's a phrase that says timing is everything. And so I think that if ICE would have met with him 2 years ago, not during the election year,
right,
I think it would have been more acceptable. So Coco, great point, because I think that's important.
Right. And as I always tell people, if you can read, write, and understand the English language, you wouldn't be thinking about this Trump guy at any rate. So, just like him trying to appoint a new judge, with Judge Amy,
Amy Barrett.
What about the McConnell rule? You don't appoint anybody until we have a new president. Like, and then not only that, where is his negative COVID test? Like, come on, y'all.
Well, speaking of which, that should bring us to our next point, correct?
It actually does. Barron has tested positive for COVID-19, which I am not surprised. I mean, how can you be living in the house with your parents and not get it? And I think it came out by accident while Melania, or First Lady, was doing an interview with someone. It came out that Barron had tested positive. But anyway, I mean, never mind. Go ahead, y'all. I'm just done with the whole.
It's not. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, right? I mean, everyone. There was an Instagram video that went around that literally counted about 32 people had tested positive for COVID since they had been in close, proximity to the president. Correct. Now watch what we're talking about. We're talking about the guy who told us that it wasn't that serious.
Well, he's still saying it,
individual. But this is what I'm saying. We're talking about an individual, but now when we look at him on video, we see him gasping for air.
Mm-hmm. Look, he went on record. He said today about his son, it happens. He was at a rally in Iowa, and he said it happens. His 14-year-old son test positive, and he said, people have it and it goes. Get the kids back to school. We got to get them back to school. So again, that's all. Even though his kid had it, and over 210,000 people and counting have died and are dying from this disease. This is how he treats it, and this is the person that probably half the country wants to be the president again. I'm so confused with our country right now.
Shame on them. And just because you have it and you get through it, great for you. But everybody does not, have the same body. People have underlying conditions, like you said. What about the 200,000 people that passed from it?
I believe the number was 218,000 at this point.
218,000. Like Tanya said, I am not surprised at his actions. Now he wants to go into the audience. He wants to kiss everybody. He just does not think anything is real. He doesn't take anything serious. I cannot take a leader of the free world that serious. And I am just counting down these 20 days. And like I said, I've been doing all I can do to, help people get registered to vote. I don't know. The voting registration deadline passed in our area on the 13th. I don't know about you all, but I hope everyone has registered, and I need y'all to keep that same energy that y'all was getting with them chicken sandwiches and all that other crap.
Hello, talk about it, Coco.
And us HBCUers, we know about a line, financial aid line, all that good stuff. We done stood in them. Let's go. I don't want to hear nothing having a family.
Let me say this because I want people to know. If you
Jinx, can you please take this pastor voice off tonight?
This pastor voice
is heavy on you tonight.
Listen, I want people to know that. Listen,
right at the beginning when you came on with that Lakers.
If you don't have to mail in your ballot, do not.
Okay.
Get to
Thank
the
you.
polls.
I'm going to the poll.
If you don't have to mail in your ballot, please do not. Right. It is leaving it up to chance. It is leaving it up to the United States Postal Service, and we know that we trust them, and we know that they very seldomly fail us.
Yeah, but
this ain't the time. This ain't the time, right? This is not the time to test it. Right. Go. Yeah. Like Coco just said, we've been standing in lines for years.
Right. For Jordans.
Oh,
I don't think anybody ever showed off for LeBron's, but for Jordans.
For Jordans, for LeBron's, for Lakers gear.
Not for LeBron. No, I've never seen it. Those are just on the show.
Yeah.
The reality, you know what? And that's another thing. Black people, stop standing in lines for Jordans. The man supports prisons, not black kids. LeBron supports black kids.
Oh, man.
Let's go to the next. Our guest is here, y'all. Our guest is here.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm excited to bring him.
Zach, help me out, brother.
I'm gonna bring him on.
Zach, help me out, please. Bro, I'm getting ready to choke somebody in here. I gotta hear another basketball story. I know something. Anyway,
is here. He's a Stellar Award nominee with songs like "Unpredictable God,"
"Unpredictable God,"
"Wonderful Jesus."
You are. Come on.
Oh,
come on.
And the latest single, Mighty God, my brother from another mother, Zak Williams is in the building.
What's up?
My guy, what's up, bro?
Where's the clapper?
Good to see you today. I want you all to like, share, and share again on this post right now. We got our brother in the building, Mr. Zak Williams. I'm so excited to see him. Y'all don't even know. I work with this guy regularly, and every time I see him, I know he got some fire for me. I listen to the show. Love the experience, dude. What's up with you? Talk to us.
I'm chilling. First of all, I'm like,
you sound very low. You sound very low.
I'm sorry. Is that better?
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. I'm about to say, because you got all the equipment, so I know he's great.
Hey, the reason why y'all see these mics in our cameras right now is because of Zach.
Zach said, no, y'all got to get these kind of mics.
He probably mentored us for like an hour for free. So I ain't going to hold you. I appreciate you, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
That back up. He might call us later on, talk about, I need y'all to do this.
Right.
What up, Zach? It's all good, man. I'm in awe right now, and I'm going to show you why. Look what I got in my hand.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Oh, got your plug, I don't compress it.
It's not nominated no more.
Come on.
This right here.
This is phenomenal.
The fact that I'm holding it. First of all, the fact that I'm holding it and it's not nobody else's name on it. You know, no other artists.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a musician. You know, I didn't write a song on this thing. The fact that I'm holding this and my name is on it with my choir.
Yeah.
This moment right now, I can't even, you know, I'm not gonna get emotional again because I've been holding it. But the fact that I'm holding this thing in my hand took me 20 years to get to this place.
Wow.
We didn't win. We didn't win, but we in the conversation and we got this. So, you know, I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I know we're going to talk about it, but this does not happen without Robert Hassan James. We'll get into that later.
Oh, wow.
It don't happen without him.
And he said the whole government too. That's crazy.
He did. Sorry, Ruth.
Shout out to 1A. I see we got some 1A members in here. Shout out to
shout out to 1A.
Shout out to
you. Some of my family's watching.
I see you.
We'll get back to
Zach.
Yes, sir.
What's been going on with you, man? As far as, you know, we've been in this quarantine for the past 7 months. And, you know, when it first started, I think some of us thought, okay, maybe by the summer we'll be good or whatever. Right. We'll be going to the Stellars in August, and none of that stuff happened. How were you, I guess, coping throughout this pandemic?
First of all,
as especially as an artist and a musician.
First, when it first happened, when the shutdown first happened, Hassan had helped me get my whole look together for the Stellars.
Mm-hmm.
My clothes had just came in, and I came in the house for work, and they said on the news that the country is shut down.
Wow.
So I'm like, are you serious? We finally get to this point. I got my entire choir to buy in to go to Vegas. I had a full choir and a full band. You know, Michi, I'm gonna talk about Michi in a few minutes, but we were able to get the whole choir and the entire band to buy in to go to Vegas, and then everything shuts down. And I was like, I didn't even know what to think. I really didn't. I mean, I really did. It's crazy how this thing has hit hard. We've lost so many people. I've been to way too many funerals. As an artist, I'm telling you, I kind of got discouraged because, you know, it's hard. I'm not a soloist, so I can't just pick up a mic and just, you know, just do something and be okay. No, I need my people behind me. So, you know, to not be able to do anything, you know, was a major adjustment. And just to sit back and just pray and hope, you know, and make sure my family was good, and, you know, then trying to, you know, first of all, the mask situation, you know, is a wear out. First of all, that's a wear out. And then when it first started, I was everything. Hassan to tell you, we was masks, we was gloves. I had a whole Rona kit. I had a trash bag that I wore at work.
Yes.
I had plastic in the studio one day. I'm like, what is this?
Whole trash bag.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy, and it still is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you were saying, and Hassan was saying, like this, I know you personally, and this COVID thing has been weighing on you heavily. Now, you are the most humblest, most grateful person I know. When I first heard about this Next Chapter album, and you coming out with an album, and then you going to the Stellars, I'm running around the studio on 1,000. Okay. one.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Zach, what's up? But I didn't know that you had so much going on at the time. And then I started figuring out you had all these, you know, deaths in your family. You're trying to get the choir together. You're trying to get yourself together. You're trying to be strong for the family. You got kids. I think you had some grandkids over all this. Like, you know, I really do congratulate you. And you get my utmost respect, bro, during this time. The past 7 months, you have been on an emotional roller coaster, and I've been here and playing your music on WIMG like none other every week. But you are phenomenal. I want you to keep it up, and I totally congratulate you. And I'm going to continue to support you. I wanted to bring my album. I got my cover in here. I got an autograph copy of.
Oh God.
Yes, we all do.
Bring it to one of y'all next events so I could get some of the 1A choir members to sign it for me as well. But
they would love that.
Thank you so much, Zach, for everything you do.
Yeah, man.
None of this
Zak,
happens without God, man. That's all I can say. It's all God.
Absolutely.
when we have artists like you on, I always like to get to like when we have Rodney Jerkins on and Coco, like always like to go like to the beginning and like your journey. What has your journey been like in gospel music? Like when did you start? Who mentored you like in the beginning, and what made you want to do choir music?
My roots date back to right here in this room on 56th Street. My mom and my family, the Freeman Memorial Choir, and my home church, the Macedonia Free Baptist Church, formerly located at 21st and CCB Moore Avenue. Coming up, we had 5 choirs at the church: David's Chorus, Senior Choir, Gospel Chorus, Male Chorus, Mass Choir, and these were not small choirs. The Davis Chorus was the younger people. It was about 70 to 80 of us. My mother's choir, the Senior Choir, it was like 40 of them. The Gospel Chorus, it was like 30 of them. The Male Chorus, it was like 15 to 20 of them. So I grew up around choirs, and then my family, the Freeman Memorial Gospel Choir, it was about 65 of them. So that's all I knew. All I knew was choir music. So when I wake up in the morning, all I'm hearing is James Cleveland. I'm hearing the Tommies. I'm hearing Benny Cummings. I'm hearing Timothy Wright. All that stuff all day. That's all I heard. And going to church every Sunday, I used to watch my aunt and my mom directing the choir, and Pat Butler.
Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
Hello,
right.
Throwback Thursday for real, right?
Exactly. So going to church on Sundays, I would watch them, in front of the choir. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to stand in front of the choir and direct, and I wanted to be able to teach music and write music, because choir music, I tell everybody, choir music is the best music in the world. Praise and worship, yes, okay. Quartet, yes, okay. But it's nothing like screaming sopranos, truck driving altos, tenors, and everybody together. The choir robes, the moving and the clapping from side to side, the black and the white, the tamarines. It's nothing like choir music.
Oh yes.
In my Kirk Franklin voice, for those of y'all who think gospel music and choir music is dead, y'all need to check out Zak Williams in 1A.
As long as I live, I'm going to be doing this. And like I said, my mother and my aunt were the best teachers because I would just watch them and I would study how. Like my mother was the president of the senior choir for 29 years.
Wow.
And I would watch her, deal with the choir, deal with the business of the choir. She wasn't a director, but she would, if my aunt was doing something wrong, she would move her out the way. She would get up there and direct the choir. I don't know how that worked, but she would do it, and I would watch her do it. And that's what I wanted to do. So, to be able to do it now, and when I think back, on my childhood, it was just, it's been an amazing journey, seriously.
Yeah. And who did it for you as far as like choir? Like who did you, I guess, hone yourself after or pattern yourself after as far as like choirs or choir directors?
Reverend Ernest Davis Jr. He is the founder of the Wilmington Chester Mass Choir. If anybody knows me, you know that my number one favorite choir in the world, besides One Accord, is the Wilmington Chester Mass Choir.
This is true.
And I would beg my mother to let me go to CBT or Cathedral of Faith or Christian Tabernacle or Cornerstone, wherever it is having the concerts at. I would beg my mother to let me go just so I could watch him. I'm gonna tell you why. I was mesmerized by how the fact that Wilmington Chester had about maybe 100 people, and this one man had total control of everybody. I mean, total control, and that's what I wanted. So, I followed them, and of course, Milton Bronson, Thompson Community Singers were also a favorite of mine. Keith Pringle in the Pentecostal Community Choir, Timothy Wright, and New York Fellowship Choir. I can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Resume to me, he was running it down. What he done named about?
No, and a lot of those names aren't mentioned enough. No,
they're forgotten because gospel music has kind of cut out choir music.
Yeah,
and that's why I love artists like yourself, Zach, because y'all take us back to where we all started. Like we all started with the choir music, and there's nothing like listen. I love if I'm preaching somewhere, and a choir gets up to sing. I'm excited. I don't care what they sing, because I'm gonna hear, like you said, I'm gonna hear 3 parts. I'm gonna hear a good bass player, a good organ, and I'm gonna see some clapping from side to side. And don't let them come out with the robes. I was so excited. I was so excited when Ricky Diller came out with his latest album, Choir Master, because it took us back. It kind of allowed us to look at choirs again, and allowed everybody to just come back and resurface. So, I mean, Zach, you man, I'll never forget. I have known you the least amount of time, and so moving to this area, getting familiar with everybody, I didn't know how popular your music was until I did some work with Reach Gospel Radio.
Okay.
And next thing I know, I'm hearing Unpredictable God. And I'm like, I've heard that song on my Facebook page somewhere. I'm like, who is this? And I'm like, but every time it comes on, Unpredictable, I'm like, oh, it's doing all right, bro. And I'm sitting here going with it. Next thing I know, I see Tanya. I see your wife. She's posted. I'm like, oh, this world is too small. I said, that's Zach. I had no idea. I had no clue. So, man, congratulations on a 20-year career. And this stellar, man. I don't know, man. I don't do this, man, but this is not the end, bro. I'm telling you, this is only the beginning. When you held, you're muted, by the way, Zach, but when you held that stellar up, when you held it up, and I'm sorry, I don't do this. When you held it up, I heard clearly, not the end, only the beginning. And the reason why is because you have been extremely faithful during seasons where individuals quit, during seasons where you've been offered opportunities that could have taken you beyond where you are right now. But the reality is you told God, I gave you a yes. I didn't give an industry a yes. I didn't give a people a yes. I gave you a yes. And God said, I'm telling you, God told me to tell you that this is not the end. It is only the beginning, because every promise that has resurfaced into your mind in the last 3 months, he did not forget. He's getting ready to do it.
Well, I don't know what to say.
He felt his help. He just felt his help. He has this is the first on Root Access Live. I'm just letting you know. The pastor voice comes out every now and again, but he ain't moving the prophetic. That's the first time. So send him a cash app. What's your cash app? His cash app is $Root Magazine.
Y'all talking about all these songs.
That's good.
You know what my favorite song is, though, right? Zach, what's my favorite song? He's all
God. Coco's favorite song.
All I need
is He's All I Need.
I need to get that. I need a copy of that. Zach, can you send that to me somehow, please? I need to put it on repeat.
Like, that's your favorite song. What are you talking about?
I know at the radio station, I want to play it. I want to play it.
Favorite song. Can you send it to me? What?
I want the. I YouTube it all the time. I'm telling y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go buy it on Amazon. I do have a copy of the new CD, but I don't have a copy of He's All I Need in my possession.
Well, here's a fun fact about this project. Hassan knows the story. This project wasn't supposed to happen. My mother passed in 2012, and that killed my desire to do this anymore. When she passed, December the 12th, 2012. Never forget the day. I never forget 7:30 in the morning. My brother called me and told me. That shut me down. That took my desire to do this away. And it was a dark period. We had started working on a project and started working on a project. And I just said, you know what? I can't do this anymore because my zeal. And I have to credit Derek Lee, who is the former music director for Bobby Jones Gospel. He came up and we were talking, and he said to me, you know, the biggest way you can dishonor your mother's memory is to quit and walk away. He said, you love your mom? I said, of course. He said, prove it. Get back in there and do this.
Prove it.
So
Wow.
I called my sister, Pastor Tori, and I said, let's have a concert. That started the whole Sing Y'all movement. We started at St. John Field Baptist Church, 1345 McFerrin Street in Philly.
Okay.
So that's where we started. That's how Sing Y'all came to be. So we did the Sing Y'all, and then I got back in the studio and started working. And of course, you know, me being an independent artist, you know, with big dreams, but no money, you know, of course, time passed by or whatever. And fast forward a couple years later, you know, we have the single One for Jesus. Franklin Holt is an amazing songwriter. He wrote No Weapon. So when he
That's
wrote,
my favorite.
Yeah, when he wrote One for Jesus, he called me and said, Zach, I got a song. I was like, what? So he started singing it to me. I said, oh no, you gotta come to Unruh so we can put this thing down. So he came to the house and we put the song down, you know, we put it out or whatever. And we started rolling again. This is year 3 or 4. And then fast forward, I met Gabriel Sharp out of North Carolina. And he said, I have a song called He's All I Need. He said, I want you to check it out. So I listened to it and I was like, yo, this is dope. But can I put like the Philly sauce on it? Can I like put Philly on it? Mm-hmm. He said, are you sure? I said, yeah, listen, I said, I have this bounce that will take this song over the top. He said, you sure? I said, yes. So I got with Austin, my MD, and we put on it and we sent it back to him. He loved it. And then my longtime friend, everything comes around. Everything comes around. Seasons come around. People come around. But my longtime friend and brother, Garland Meachie Waller, called me and said, yo, man, let me help you put this song out. Now, that was at a point where I was like, you know, not trusting the whole record business industry because of the other things that have happened. So we put the song out, and the song was a success. Of course, you know, Coco loved it.
Absolutely.
Is that the one with Bishop Parham?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So, and when we did the song, you know, I heard him when Gabe sent me the song. I heard him singing it. I said, Parham is the person that needs to sing this song. You know, so of course, you know, he didn't at first. I had one of my other friend and brothers was singing a song, but the opportunity presented itself. And let me tell y'all something. He came in the studio and he did the song and recorded it in one take.
One take.
One. That's why I call him One Take Parham. He sat right there and did it in one take. He said, you like this? I was like, are you crazy? What we going to do? But that's how, you know, He's All I Need came to be.
Thank you. That's
wow.
Right there. Real smooth groove. I mean, that thing rock.
It's on Apple Music, y'all. I just want y'all to know.
Say it again?
It's on Apple Music. Oh, but you don't have an iPhone.
Yeah, you don't have an iPhone. So that's why on our group messages, we have to be
green.
With green.
It's always the people with Apple products that get on my nerves on a regular basis. I'm telling you.
Talk to yourself. We're about to take you off the group chat. You're going to talk to yourself because I'm tired of talking in green.
Dash at Root Magazine and get me an iPhone. How about that? Now we got company, so we're not going to do this to y'all.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Zach.
So, Zach, tell us about the when you found out you were being nominated for a Stellar Award. Well, tell us about that call.
It was interesting because my brother, Meechie, first of all, I got to give him kudos. I can't think
That's my guy.
We met over breakfast, and all he said was 2 words: trust me.
Okay.
Based off our years of friendship, I said, okay, I trust you. And that was a year and a half ago. A year and a half later, I got that phone call. Bro, guess what? You're on the initial ballot. I was like, what? I wasn't even thinking. You know, first of all,
called you?
Yeah, he called me. He was like, I always know when it's good news because I can tell the excitement in his voice. So he said, yo, what you doing? Yo, what's up? What's good? You. That's how our conversations always start.
You.
So,
yes, that's right. That's Nikki. You.
He said, yo, what's up? You. Okay, so now what's going on? Guess what? What? Don't cry. That's the first thing he said. That he said, "Don't cry." I was like, "What's up?"
Because he knows
said,
you.
Yeah. He said, "Yo, you made the made the initial ballot."
Wow.
And I was floored. I couldn't even believe it, you know. But I was like, okay, the initial ballot. All right, everybody makes the initial ballot. I had no idea or inkling that we would make it all those rounds. And then Tamil Curtis, another good friend of mine, she called me as well. You know, she said, "Zach, guess what? Y'all made the ballot." I'm like, wow. I was just shocked. Seriously, I was speechless.
Well, you definitely was speechless because by the time it got back to WIMD, you was quiet.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say. I promise you. Of course, you know, Veenie, she's running around the station and everything.
That's
and,
what I said. I'm running.
We love Veenie on Root Access Live.
Yeah,
We
because
love Veenie.
we love V. We love. Yeah, she all right. Veenie's okay.
Even though she called me a little bit of preacher.
You are wonderful.
A little bit.
Hey, Hassan. Yeah, sweetie. Yeah, sweetie.
Yes, sweetie. we need to set Veenie up because I want to bring her on as a guest.
Okay.
Correspondent with us on Root Access Live.
Because
Veenie, yeah, Lord have mercy. No, Veenie is very well versed on this thing going on with the Supreme Court. I was looking at her, I said, "Veenie, you are not as dumb as you look."
Oh my God! He say that. Walk off.
Veenie's on here.
I know you didn't just say that, Hassan.
Veenie is on.
I mean, Veenie is actually smart.
Yo, you know she watching, right?
She's right here.
Veenie, hey, bro.
You know what? You knew that anyway when she explained the electoral college to you behind 2 weeks ago. You knew that. Don't ever try to play my. I'm making a trip to the studio tomorrow. Just to kill. You better kill
you or Veenie.
Wait. Time out.
Yeah, Tanya, you got Benny's back. Yeah, you got Benny's back.
Wait. Zach, hold on 1 second. What we're not going to do is just bypass the fact that you just learned what the electoral college was 2 weeks ago.
No. I'm talking about Hassan. Her and Hassan was on. They was doing a root rundown. And I'm not saying that he just learned what the electoral college.
I just said I hate it, and they need to abolish it.
Yeah,
so Veenie was breaking it down, but Veenie was breaking it down like a historian, and I was just
don't play.
Say, college, come on.
I'm scared of your Veenie, okay?
Kim,
this is about Zach right now.
I don't see Kim in these comments. Let me see. Let me look on my Apple iPad.
Kim is working.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope she played this back.
Hey, Veenie, I didn't forget about our conversation. I'm just waiting for the call.
We're gonna give her a receipt. So when you get jumped and you come home looking a little like Martin did.
Hey yo, nobody's scared of you or Veenie, okay?
All right, Vee, what's up? You ready for
my next question for Zach is Zach, you have a virtual concert coming up soon, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a bit about it, or is it secret?
I can't say a whole lot about it. All I can say was that
be ready.
It was a night that I'll never forget. You know, I called my brother and I said, I have an idea. And before I can say what the idea was, he said, okay, let's do it.
Ready,
wait, let me tell you what it is. So I started breaking it down about the virtual concert and how I wanted to do it. And he said, okay, all right. He took the whole vision and just took it to a whole, he saw what I wanted, but he just took it to a whole another place. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
You have a date?
Yes, you have a date.
Soon.
Okay.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
And Root Access Live gets some exclusivity on this event.
Maybe not exclusively on the event.
Okay.
But what I can do is give you a couple bars of something that's coming soon.
Oh, I love this.
I like
Root Access Live exclusive. It's a world premiere.
Exclusive.
It's a world premiere.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can give you a Root exclusive. How about that?
We like exclusives.
I love
Okay,
it.
so I set it up like this. This song, first of all, I have a whole lot of songs that I've never done anything with. I have hard drives full of songs that I haven't done anything.
Been doing it 20 years, of course.
Yeah. And this song right here was my first song. I didn't write it. My friend and brother, he's no longer with us. His name is Kevin Pringle. Back in the day, he had a choir in Philadelphia, Kevin Pringle and the Children of Israel. They were the choir in Philly. Made no mistake about it. They could sing all day long. But he was an amazing songwriter. And the choir before 1A was called High Praise.
High Praise, yes.
Everywhere we went, we had this one song. That was Our No Weapon. This song was Our No Weapon.
Okay.
So I reached back in the bag. I got with Michi and his crazy brain and my MD Austin Woodland and my brother from another mother, Eugene Man Roberts. He was very major key in this. He is John Legend's MD. We put our heads together. I got my other brother, Dwayne Moore and A. Drake. So many people in the pot on this one. And we brought this song back. So I'm about to give you this little exclusive. I can't play the whole thing, but I can just
all right, that's fine.
You got my up here, my anxiety up here.
That's enough for me to record it on my phone right now and sell it.
Press record, y'all.
All right, here we go. Y'all hear that?
No.
Don't do this to us, Zach. He teasing us, y'all. He teasing us. We thought we was getting the exclusive.
Y'all didn't hear that?
No.
Zach, don't play with us.
You playing?
You know we didn't.
You for
You
real?
know we didn't hit it.
Don't play with us,
I thought
Zach.
y'all heard it because it says y'all do.
You playing in my face, Zach, right now.
Zach, don't
Wait
play
a
in our
minute,
face,
give me 1 second.
Somebody
I'm not playing in your face. I thought you could hear it.
Zach, you will leave the studio mysteriously.
Mysteriously, though?
It will mysteriously say
self-destruct.
he has been removed.
Right.
Because it's definitely playing in my ear. I don't know why you can't hear it.
Yeah, take it out.
When you have your headphones in, we can't hear what you're playing.
Don't do that. Don't do us like that. He coming like Trump on the second stimulus.
If you take your headphones out, Zach, we should be able to hear it.
Right.
Like disconnect the Bluetooth, kind of. I know it's a process.
No, because it's coming through my I have it through my through the same output that my mic is coming through. So you should be able to hear it.
Zach, you playing in our face right now.
It's the whole game right now.
Well, we'd like to thank our
the Lakers already won the finals. The games are over.
Right. Thank you for coming on.
God bless and good night.
Right. Thank you, Zach, for coming on. We appreciate the new stuff.
Thank you, Tori. Like Tanya, help this guy out.
Tanya, could you please go into
and Zach is the
I thought I had it.
The techie man. He the techie
Zach
man.
is the engineer.
I'm telling you, it's the headphones. It's the Bluetooth connector.
Come on, give us something.
You didn't hear that, Meech? I'm flabbergasted.
And we got Michi in there with him. Come on, somebody.
Michi, help him out.
Put on the button.
Kick it, Michi.
Look, here go Tanya. I don't hear it.
See?
Come on, Zach.
Can somebody get rid of Corinthia Nicole? Thanks and goodbye.
I can't.
Y'all hear that?
We already went through this, all right, Corinthia Nicole?
I'm upset.
Don't
all right, let me try this.
Don't do this again.
Corinthia.
Let me try this. Wait a minute.
Turn her mic off.
1 second. Let me try something else.
Only real gospel has know that. Kick it, Michi. I'm so glad I'm saved, Lord.
Oh, you serious?
I have been redeemed.
Wow.
No, I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. Zach over here playing in our face, y'all.
Okay.
I had a guest playing in our face on Root Access Live.
I'm not. And Zach better be lucky he's my brother because he would have left the studio mysteriously. So while we're waiting for this, Let's play a little game of talk it, sing it.
Yes, let's go.
All right, Zach.
Come on, Zach.
Wait, you got something for us?
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to get it. I don't know why it's not there.
All right, Corinthian, Nicole. I won't. I'm just saying. All this Laker Nation,
really,
all right. We already had to deal with Jinx when he first came on with this crap.
Yeah, seriously. Y'all don't even understand. All right, so
But I was like that. I was like that with the Bulls. I was like that.
I want to play the game though, Terry. I want to see how Zach coming on the talk and singing. Because he is a singer and a songwriter, so I know he.
Yeah, but unless it's those people he named, he ain't gonna know it. So we just gonna go through this. I'm just gonna go. Wait, we hear something.
Uh-oh.
Do this.
Sorry, that's what MacGyver said.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, let's try it this way. You ready?
And now we hear Coco.
Let's try this.
We hear playback from Coco.
All right, I got it. You ready? All right, here we go. Hopefully it sounds right. All right,
I'm ready.
So ghetto.
Oh my God.
This really is. I thought I had it, but
yeah.
I blame Tanya.
Access Live exclusive.
I feel
I blame Tanya, Renee.
We're gonna have bloopers.
Thank you for the Walkman. Zach, stop playing in my face, bro. This nigga plays.
you didn't hear that either, huh?
Zach.
Now, we heard it, but it was different.
It was a Walkman.
It was a Walkman. Oh my God.
It was a Walkman.
Yeah.
Wait, Zach single-handedly brought back the Walkman.
Jesus be a speaker.
Be a Walkman.
Good night.
Well, I guess we won't hear that until the virtual comes.
Good
night.
I'm sorry that it didn't work out. But I do want it to work out. I still want to get this. I still want to hear it, even if Root Access Live doesn't get to hear it. Maybe
that was potentially our first Root Access Live exclusive, but it just didn't go out.
What did we do, Lord?
I was talking.
What did I do?
We're gonna have bloopers, y'all.
That was funny. Thank you for that.
Zach,
after the week I've had, I needed that laugh.
Oh my God. It's all good, Zach. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. Just make sure you keep us in the know, because I definitely want parts on this event. I want all that good stuff.
Oh God. Okay.
Let's get to talking and sing it, bro.
All right,
we're gonna get to talking and sing. All right, Zach, you watch the show so you know how this goes.
All right.
For those of you, if this is your first time, this is a game of talk it, sing it. You know how you could be driving down the street and you hear a song and you know it,
my God.
and you listen and you play it. You don't have to sing it. You know how it goes. Okay, however, hearing these songs lyric-wise without the music, we get stumped. So I'm gonna talk some lyrics and see if Zach can name the song. Got it? Got it. Got about 3 songs. We got about 3 songs. All right. First song. The lyrics are: knowing love the way I do, I can say for certain that it's true. There's a chance for me and you. I surely feel like the time is near. The picture in my mind is very clear. I think love has brought us here. I remember not too long ago, I was just a lonely person with a lonely heart.
I give up.
And I was hoping there could one day be a chance for me too.
If this ain't
yes,
church,
I know it.
You're not gonna know it. I just got the word.
Nope. You got the right word too, Jinx.
You don't got it?
Church or choir music, I don't know it.
Oh God.
No.
Jesus.
Bro, you supposed to be his boy. You set him up to fail. You know he don't know.
All right. I got the other 2. I have a gospel song here, but come on. Jesus make Zach some earthly good. Who knows? Nobody knows that song?
Luther Vandross, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, Coco. You get the prize. I'm gonna send you 5 cents on your Cash App. Okay. It was Luther Vandross, Wait for Love. He did get married.
Wait for Love. Okay.
You know that song. I've been missing
sometimes.
See, he know it.
Who knows
he
the
got
verse
married?
to that song? Nobody
Exactly.
knows the verse to that.
Exactly, bro.
This is why we play this game.
Coco, you was just as confused as we all
We
were.
know he's saved. We know he's saved.
I knew it though, but I knew it though.
But he got kids, and he gets down with the get down. He got kids, all right?
You don't gotta do your hands like that.
He ain't listening to the.
No, you did not just do your hands like this. Don't.
He not listening to Wilmington Chester when he getting down with the get down. I'm sick of the church folk acting like they always listening to church music. Hello.
He's not in the background.
Good Lord.
All right, next song.
He's mine. Can you imagine
Next
that
song.
background?
We have come to praise and magnify the Lord for all that he's done and for the victories we have won. In the good times and the bad times, in the happy times and the sad times. Having you there made the difference.
This is in my life.
Mhm.
Mississippi Mass.
Ah, there you go. See, he got it towards the end. That was good.
But I was waiting for him to bust out like having you.
All right, this is the last song.
Okay.
Fine, you answered. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna send you 5 cents to your Cash App. All right, the next song.
I hate you, yo.
On your mark, get ready, set, go. Dance floor pro. I know you got. I go psycho when my new joint hit.
Just ain't
Just
gospel.
can't sit. Now, honey, come ride. DKNY all up in my eye.
Yo.
Got a bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend. Let's spin. Everybody's looking at me, glancing the kid. Wish
right
you
now.
Mig was dancing the jig.
I got it.
Here, you got it.
Wait.
It's a song I can't shout to.
Hey,
Can't
shout to it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Root, I'm so disappointed. You knew better than to bring that heathen music to Zak Williams.
Right.
Oh,
And check your phone, hot sauce.
All right.
See?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
What song?
What's going on today?
Oh, thank you, Michi. I have the
What-
exclusive. Y'all don't. Bye.
Michi, send it
What
to
was the
No,
what was
no.
that song?
That song was. I thought he would get it because it's a Philly native. Will Smith getting jiggy with it.
Get jiggy with it. Okay.
Nobody listens to Will.
I was about to say that was kind of corny.
It's the
We
Philly.
only
That was kind of, so should I get? So should I get it one more song?
Go gospel. Go to gospel.
Like they transformed, just a bit of a break
All
from
right.
the form. Like you could have did that. You coming with getting
He still won the God. He still won the
I
God.
won't be going on any game shows after this.
pop. Like I can't.
Okay. All right.
Hassan on once, and Mr.
I
Root,
point exactly, Tanya.
You on-
Nobody.
right?
All right.
He
All
on
right. That's my bad.
You didn't even do
hold on.
summertime.
Nobody.
Oh, I know who that is. Nobody.
You know that one, huh?
Uh-huh.
Bet you do. Oh man, y'all, come on, bro.
I got one more.
Hit him with it.
That's what everybody plays.
Stand for the mic, bro.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. You could at least have done summertime.
Thank you.
A break from the norm.
You would have got summertime.
Yeah.
It's better than getting jiggy with it. Nobody listens to that.
At all, bro.
When that song came out,
I'm a musician. I'm gonna be honest.
What?
I
That's so
listen-
3 million. What are you talking about?
I listen to the music. I don't listen to the words or anything. It's always the music first.
All right. One more. All right. You ready? You ready, Zach?
All right.
All right. He's preparing me for something I cannot
Oh my
handle
God,
right now.
Hassan, really?
He's making me ready just because he
Wilmington
cares.
Chester. Carol Ancher was the writer. Daryl Coley was the singer.
That's that go-to song when he leaves.
that's what I'm talking about. Give him something he gonna know.
Oh, just so the world will know that was a Wilmington Chester Mass Choir song.
There
It
we
was
go.
not a Daryl Coley song. He was the soloist. He was the guest on the record.
Let it give him the history.
so the Saints will know, it was recorded by the Reverend Ernest Davis Jr., the Wilmington Chester Mass Choir at the Chester High School. Reverend Darrell Coley was the lead vocalist.
You heard him.
You see, now he in his element now. He in his element now.
So the Saints will know. You heard.
Just so they know.
Yeah, Zach saved on this show.
But did they tell? But did Zach also? You forgot to tell him that that's your go-to song when you be hopping out the studio earlier. You know that joint like 12 minutes long. You be leaving me in the studio.
Yes, 12 minutes.
That
like,
out?
all right.
You put him on blast.
Is Maggie watching this?
This has been a phenomenal show. You put your man on blast.
Oh,
Don't
He's not watching. That's all I'm saying.
well, every time I hear he's preparing me, I be like, somebody left the studio. Somebody
before the end of the hour. Boom. Peace.
That's
like
actually the extended version. That's the extended version.
That's my joint though, right there. Oh man, oh wild in the day. Yeah, this might be the best show.
Hey,
my stomach hurt from the laugh, from the Walkman.
Don't tell Coco no secrets because she just put you on blast. She said, "I know when he leaving early."
It ain't just him though.
Coco, you're up.
Yeah. Yo, I gotta pay a visit to the studio tomorrow, so y'all gonna know what the op is when I walk through that door, cook in the doorways, waving.
Nobody is scared of you.
Beanie,
help us.
Miss keeping it cute.
I'm calling you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'm coming in with a pink gun.
A pink? That's right, pink. Okay.
I'm telling
Lord
you.
have mercy.
Anyway,
well, Zach, this was great.
This was great.
Man, listen, I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you.
I gotta say this. I alluded to this earlier.
Curtis, you spelled my name wrong.
I never had the opportunity to do this. So since I have the opportunity, I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
I have to publicly thank Robert Hassan James.
The whole government again.
Because 3 years ago, I experienced something that literally broke me down and really made me question who I am.
Wow.
And made me question my validity as an artist. It made me question my choir and who they are. And I was ready to walk away from everything. And I'm not just talking about my choir. Wow. I was prepared to leave my job and stop doing the whole choir storm thing and just, do something else, whatever that is. And when I came into that studio that day, he was on the air and he saw me and he just turned around and just stopped and said, "What's going on?" And I start telling him. And, this is where, you can tell people that are definitely connected because he just went into full brother mode for that whole 45 minutes. Now, normally, when Haas leaves, gets off the air, he has to go because, pick up Kennedy or whatever, meetings or whatever, because he's a busy man. But he took time out for me that day. I'm never going to ever going to forget that. He took time out for me today and invested knowledge, scripture. And he was telling me, why I shouldn't give up. And he challenged me to get back in the fight and stay in the race. He really did. Between him and then Vini, she was coming in the room and she heard, Hassan talking to me. And this is the kind of people that I'm connected to. So she heard Hassan talking to me. She stopped in dead track. She said, "Hassan, stop. Let's pray." And she started praying immediately for my mind, for peace of mind, for my heart, because it was in shambles, and, that day I felt true brotherhood. No one has never extended themselves like that to me at that time.
Wow.
So for you to stop what you were doing, stop your show, stop everything you're doing, and take time out just to talk to me, just to minister to me, just to tell me why I'm important, why what I do is important, why I matter. That meant the world to me, man.
Wow.
Had you not done that, I would not be holding this.
Wow.
Had you not said those words to me, we would not have put that album out and debuted at number 7 on Billboard.
Yeah.
That gave me, the drive to get back into this thing. That gave me the drive to accept my other brother's hand when he wanted to help. All he said was trust me.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
I gotta thank you, brother. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
No, man, I
You
appreciate that,
saved
man.
my life that day. Seriously, you saved my life
Wow.
that day. You know, wasn't for you and Vinny, this wouldn't be here. And I don't even know if I would be. And that's real talk.
Wow. I thank you for that, man. And the thing is, like I always tell you, it had nothing to do with me. It's all about God, and it's all about connections. And I think you and I was talking about this the other day, or Vinny and I. It's so funny how Heather ended up at the station.
Right.
Right. And then she had to leave, and she was like, "Hey, I have somebody who I think will be great to fill in for me." And she, told Vinny about me. And I knew nothing about radio, and I was just like, Heather, when she trained me the first time, I was like, I can't do this. Like all of these buttons, and we got an engineer.
Anyway.
Like, what's good? I can't do this. But again, I learned it, and I mean, it's like second nature now. I love it. I love what I do now on 3 radio stations. I'm on the radio 6 days a week, like unbelievable, right? Never studied radio, anything like that. And then I leave for a stint to work in education, and I'm like, Vinny's like, do you have anybody? I'm like, I think Zach would be good. You know what I'm saying? So it's that thing of just following God's lead, and it's just about just having relationships and those connections. I thank you for that, man. And again, I just felt led to talk to you because I saw the weight of it. Because being in this industry is no joke, man. And I've been where you are. And I don't know if he remembers this, but even in the midst of praying and giving him certain scriptures, I was like, but Zach, what you gonna do? What you gonna work in Walmart? Like, because that's not you. You're a musician, so you can't give up.
Right.
You really don't have no option because this is in your DNA. Music is in your DNA. So you're going through a season right now, but this is what we are. This is what we chose. Or maybe we didn't choose it. God chose us for it. Right. You know what I'm saying? People, we're needed in this industry. Men with integrity, men that's with their families, and that means business for their family and for God. Like, we're needed in this industry. So I came from that perspective. And, again, man, I'm glad that, I followed the leading of God. Because, like you said, now look, but it had nothing to do with me. It's God, I guess, used me that day. And I'm glad that he did. So just to see all of this, man, I'm just so happy for you because you deserve it, man. You're a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing. You don't know how big you are. I always tell you that, like, Zach, like, you can't go, especially in Philly. Like, I've never been to an empty Zach Williams in one quarter event.
Okay.
Never, ever, never. Some people in that events if Zach in one quarter is doing something, you best believe Philly's coming out, yo. So I mean, you have that support, and Michi's on here. Michi's another dude, like humble. Yeah. I grew up listening before I knew his face. I knew who he was because John P. Key shouted him out, and he made you know who Michi was and who the man behind that sound was. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and then to meet him and be like, yo, this guy is the coolest dude, and for him to even look out for me like he's done in many ways, just like he did for you. That's what it's about, and that's what we need more of that in this industry, especially in gospel. Because it's cutthroat, guys. Do not get it twisted. It's cutthroat, even in gospel. But we need more people like that. That's really going to help other people.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right. And Michi, I can't. My story with Michi goes back so many years. I'm talking when he was, working with and playing for and directing the Philly Youth Mass Choir of the GMWA. I'm talking before the whole John P. Key, before they came. When he was just Michi, the crazy keyboard player from Philly, and when he crossed over and he started playing for, Uncle John, the relationship never changed. He was always still cool. I would see him in passing. I'm somewhere with him to Chester, he with John, he's doing his thing. And we remained close and cool all those years. And when he came back home, he called me and said, I'm ready to do something and I want to do it with you. I'm like, are you serious? Now, mind you, they started the label EMG and they already had, he was coming off his second Stellar Award nomination for E9 because he got one with the church, with the mass choir, the first one, right? And the second one was with Fresh Anointing. So he was like, we want to prove everything that we have behind you. And I'm like, are you serious right now? And those two words again, he said, trust me, bro. Just trust me. Let's make this happen. And I got to thank him, man, seriously. And he's been integral from the beginning. Yeah. If he couldn't do something, he would say, Zach, there's no way we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
But if I asked him for something, he did whatever he could do to try to make that happen. And I appreciate that. My choir loves him. They call him Father Michi. He'll come in and say, all right, this is what we're doing. And they already know when we go out of time, if Michi's driving the van, you better be there before the time.
That's right. Or leave him, Michi.
Right. He had that spirit. But, I am grateful for him, for the EMG, for Dr. Alan Waller. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to invest and believe in my choir. They didn't have to believe and invest in me. And I'm grateful for that.
Awesome. Zach, we appreciate you coming on this evening.
Yes, ma'am. I'm honored.
Time, but you had the stories and you took us through a journey. You took us through some ups, some downs. You had us cracking up. We really appreciate this show, dude. We're gonna have mad laughs when we get on bloopers. We're gonna make sure this is
hello.
It's all gonna be me.
You all, if you want to leave with some parting words or just let everybody know, those who are not, I see you got a lot of A1 fans on here already, but those of them who are not, you want to tell them where they can find you and what you're doing?
Yes, you can go to our Facebook page, Zak Williams on One Accord, or you can follow me, Zak Williams. I pop up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or more so Thursdays, at work with my Throwback Thursday segment. I love that segment because I love throwbacks. So you can catch me every Thursday, or you can go to the choir page, like us and follow us. Like I said, we do have a concert that that was recorded, and we're working on it. It's coming soon. I have some new music that I tried to give you tonight. That didn't work out, but it's coming soon.
On the Walkman. It's on the Walkman.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
We appreciate you. Music is a soundtrack to life, as I always say. It can set a mood no matter what the feeling is or what you're looking for. And Zach absolutely does that. So we appreciate you coming on, bro. Tonight's been a great night.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Shout out to all of my choir members that are watching. I love all of y'all. I could not do any of this without you. Y'all have sacrificed, your dollars, your time, to be a part of this ministry, and that I don't take. Even during this pandemic, we can't come together. We came together through a video, we did virtual, but they still, have stuck with me all this time, all these years. And I want to say I love y'all. Thank y'all. And the best is yet to come. This is not a cliche, and we're not done yet. We didn't win this year, but there's other years that we can come back and continue to do this, at a high level. As long as we keep Christ first, and I always say that, and stay focused, it's nothing that we can't do together. Absolutely. We are 1A, and we will continue to do.
They love you.
Yeah.
They love your founder.
Zach, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Jinx.
Pleasure.
Much
Close
love.
us out, Cole. Let's go.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all know this has been another good show with noble dialogue, some decent vibes, a great guest / comedian. No, I'm just kidding. But with some excessive energy. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. See you all, not next Thursday, but the following Thursday at 7 p.m. for more conversation, hot topics, and some dopeness. We lit, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.